We pray that your first podcast is a success.
Our firstborn child.
We pray that it's alive and that the angel of death doesn't take it before the Exodus. We pray that, dear God of podcasts, we pray that our firstborn child is not taken before the Exodus. We pray that our first child be a masculine child. Amen. In the God of podcast name. Amen. Amen. Tough tiger piss. Tough tiger piss on 3. 1, 2, 3. Tough tiger piss.
What religion do you think this podcast would be?
This is podcastian.
Podcasting.
A religion dedicated to voice and voice only. Okay.
We can get sued for that.
Don't hit me with none of them. For what?
The voice.
By the voice?
Yeah. It's trademark, dude.
Alright. Hey, everyone. This is Tough Tiger Podcast. Let's start. Let's take 2. This is Tough Tiger Fist.
Rolling.
This is Tough Tiger... This is Tough Tiger Fist. My name is Nate Adamsky.
And I'm Elek Batoczki.
And today we're going to talk about...
We're going to talk about a lot of things.
I think we should start with what do we want to be? Like, what kind of podcast is this going to...
I want to be a lawyer. I've always wanted to be a lawyer ever since I was a kid. So I'm going to school. I'm busting my butt off to be a lawyer.
You. What do we want this podcast to be?
Oh, let's just do everything that you want to do.
I'm just asking.
Are you the tough? Or are you the tiger?
I'm the fist. Oh my god.
You can be the fist. I'll let you be the fist.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a scientist. Now I do stand-up comedy for no money. At the Comedy Store.
Something happened. Is there something you need to tell us about? What happened?
What happened? What changed?
What road? Yeah, what road
changed?
did you take that you should...
Not a lot.
Oh, shit. I should have taken that left back in Albuquerque.
I barely wanted to be a scientist. I'll be honest with you. I mostly wanted...
What kind of scientist? That's very broad.
Okay, actually, in all actuality, as a child, I wanted to take the air from the Himalayas.
From a mountain.
Yeah, from the top of the mountain. Take the air.
Uh-huh.
Because people who lived up in that higher altitude lived
they probably have some really good air.
In the freshest of air. And, lived longer for it. And all these people were wise and smart and whatnot. And I wanted to take that air and somehow put it into a pill and sell that over the counter.
Over the counter air.
Over the counter air. That was my dream. How that would work, I have no idea. But if it was a pill that helped you live longer because it had the air of the Himalayas, that's pretty...
So you want to take air
yes.
that anybody could just breathe without having to buy the pill, essentially for free. And now...
Yeah, I'm selling air to
right now you're doing stand-up.
Oh, yeah. Right now I'm doing
free.
A podcast.
And now you're doing a podcast for free.
Yes.
I feel like there's connection to all this.
What is that connection?
Tough Tiger Fist.
What? You can just randomly say the name.
We have a guest today.
Today on our show, for the first time ever, is Anthony Angelini. Everyone here, give him a hand.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's great to be here on the first podcast. Tough Tiger Fist.
Tough Tiger Fist.
We've been friends with Anthony for so many years now. He's a man of many hats, I would say.
Fedoras, top hats.
Straw hats, maybe?
Yeah, those were the only 2 hats I could name. Beanies. Does that count as hats?
A beanie is a hat. A kippah.
Kippah, yeah.
You know?
Do have a kippah.
For the faith.
I should actually preface this with saying that I am Jewish.
Yeah, I think we should all preface this with saying we're all Jewish.
We're all Jewish here, so you shut it off.
I'm not Jewish, but okay.
Alec is Jewish by association.
In spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll accept it.
You look like a Jew.
I love
Jews.
Jews.
You're just a Jew.
I mean, Yeah.
A lot of my friends are Jewish. I grew up with Jews.
Well, you're definitely Polish.
Definitely.
So you're not getting out of there.
Name like the car.
So I mean, that's what really what we're trying to say here is.
Yeah. So I just gotta accept it.
Yeah. You're not. Whether or not you would survive Poland is kind of the metric of whether or not you're Jewish.
Poland now?
Wow, we made it a whole 2 minutes without talking about the Holocaust. That's great. That's actually a new record for me.
Not lying, I literally had to restrain myself from saying any Holocaust.
There's literally a note on this piece of paper.
It says no Holocaust jokes, period.
Yeah.
No exclamation point.
Yeah.
Question mark?
No Holocaust jokes?
Podcast ideas.
We'll feel it out.
Hazmat suits.
God.
No Holocaust.
No Holocaust jokes. I don't know.
No.
Oh my god, man.
But anyways, thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you here. So what have you been up to? Tell me something. Tell me something. Other than being on one of the greatest podcasts right now on all podcast streaming platforms, Anchor, YouTube, podcast on iPod or Apple on iPod. Apple. What else is new?
What's the question again?
Well, just what have you been doing? Like, what have you been up to? You're a man of many hats, like we said before. I mean,
what hat are you wearing right now?
I know. I've known you for so many years, and you've done crazy ventures and adventures, right? Between adventures and business ventures.
Your license
Some
plate
ventures.
says ventures.
Yeah, that is my license plate.
From
Two
managing
ends.
bands to hosting red carpet events to building a school in Africa, and now you're here talking about.
Yeah, I mean, if I could describe myself, it would be a man with many hats. I think that would be a good. I just came up with that actually. Yeah. Many hats.
Many hats. That's the name of his podcast.
It's called Many Hats. We basically talk about hats and yarmulkes and
yarmulke
fedoras.
hats.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just here to talk about whatever we're talking about. I can talk about my hats if that's what we want to talk about.
Your new hat.
So you're starting a new hat company.
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually,
hat company.
Angelini Hat Trading Company.
we just trade hats. It's actually, we've made no money so far because
You exchange hats.
we exchange
You never
hats.
actually sell them.
It's a hat exchange.
You bring us
barter.
your hats and we'll give you our hats. And it's actually a pretty novel idea. Really, hasn't actually generated any
Hasn't jumped off yet.
money.
Oh my
But yeah,
It's a non-profit.
It's a non-profit in every sense of the word because we haven't made a profit. The Angelini Hat Trading Company. AHTC.
Do we have any topics? What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
He told you before we started that we should have topics.
What the topic of the day?
So, I hear you have a friend named Jesus.
Oh,
this guy?
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good topic. Is that what we want to talk about?
No, I know. Why don't we start
I was
there?
intrigued. I was in the other room. I was doing other things.
Yeah. So
And all I heard was Jesus is here and your friend. So I'm like,
And alive.
And alive and well. Tell us about that.
I don't know if I should say his name, but I have a friend.
Let's call him Jesus.
Let's just call him Jesus. I mean,
Would you call him Jesus? Or would you
Jesus
call him a
too.
friend actually?
if he knows me, I could message him on Facebook and he would be
Is
like,
this
"Oh, hey,
Depeche?
what's up?"
Is this Depeche?
No, wait, what?
What?
Anyway, yeah, this guy, he,
Depeche Mode. It was a Depeche Mode joke.
Depeche.
It's a personal Jesus.
yeah, I get it now. Anyway, yeah, I go to these networking events and you meet all kinds of interesting Hollywood people, and
For networking for what?
for just my business, I'm in the event business and I sell art online and stuff.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk a little bit.
Yeah, we can
later.
talk about my galleryangelini.com.
Yeah.
But
That's a
no,
plug. Does
that count as a
little
plug?
ahead of schedule.
No. We're gonna talk about that more in depth in a sec. Let's talk about Jesus.
Yeah, so yeah, you meet a lot of these people at these networking events, but this guy is one of the toppers. He has just recently been posting on Facebook that he seriously thinks he's Jesus incarnate, and that he is Jesus Christ, not like he's as good as Jesus, but that he is Jesus. And
he's not the second Jesus. He is the Jesus.
Yeah, no, not. I mean, maybe that he's the second coming of Jesus, you know. But that's what he thinks, and he posts every status as a quote, and then he ends it with his real name, aka Jesus Christ. And that is, you should see it. The comments on these are like half, like ridiculous, like, "Hey man, are you all right? Like, come on, man! Like, you can't be serious." And then half like, "How dare you? Like, what do you think you're doing? How dare you take the Lord's name? Like, you would never be half the person that he is." Blah 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 blah. And I thought that he would be probably a good guest to invite on the show. If, if this takes off.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'd like to hear a little bit about what he thinks about.
Yeah, what I want to know is why is he the next coming of Jesus, and what is he doing to do that, to go through with that?
Yeah, I thought we already had.
And there's so many people out there who believe this about themselves, that they're the next coming of Jesus, and they're here to save you in the world. But
then you realize their name's actually pronounced Jesus.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
or Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm Jonathan, but it's pronounced Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
This guy is actually like, he's explained it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but he's attempted to explain it. That it's a cosmic world.
I mean, I feel like you kind of need to explain yourself with such a big, bold statement.
Right. It's like being vegan. It's like you can't just go to a restaurant and just expect everybody to like just get that you're vegan. You have to kind of explain it a little bit.
Yeah. It's like why.
I'm just kidding about vegans, by the way.
Yeah, we love vegans on this show.
Sure.
And this guy, he's making this claim, and he's pissing a lot of people off. But I'm always I always try to live my life as if, what if he's right? Because the benefits to being nice to this guy far outweigh the consequences of being mean to him, So if there's really a Jesus on Facebook and, you comment, "How dare you?" Yeah, I don't think Jesus is going to like that, because, you think about, if you read the Bible, it's like the people who own the freaking barn that Mary stayed in, they've got a freaking ticket to heaven, dude. It doesn't even matter. They're just barely even on the periphery of being involved in Jesus's life, and they're in, Right. So if I could just be the one guy who's just like, "Hey, can I buy you a beer, Jesus?" That's kind of what I'm aiming for in my life. It's like, I want to be the guy that bought Jesus a beer.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay,
nothing too extreme.
You get to heaven or whatever,
and kiss ass.
He's like, "Oh, you're Jewish," and I'll be like, "Yeah, but I bought you a beer, man. Come on."
So are you.
Yeah. Hey, so are you.
So are you,
Come
man.
on.
What are you doing? You hypocrite.
What beer do you think Jesus would want?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, these are questions probably for Jesus. But I'm not going to speculate, but probably I'd say Blue Moon.
Blue Moon?
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
Blue Moon is a good drink, and, he's not going to drink a Stella.
Yeah, it's not going to drink a Bud Light either.
No. Oh, no, he wouldn't be caught dead.
Not going to be a light beer.
No. Because Jesus has pride.
Yeah.
And nobody with pride is drinking Bud Light.
Right.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
Tonight we're drinking Four Loko Gold.
I am drinking a Four Loko Gold right now. It's
premium malt beverage with artificial flavor and caramel color.
Jesus. Can Jesus come down and stop you from reading the label right now?
It's just fun. It's just funny to me that this has a government warning on it.
Most alcohol drinks have a government warning on it.
I think Four Loko should surpass a government. I think the United Nations should issue a warning.
The UN warning.
I think a Four Loko should be the only drink in the world that requires a warning from basically everything that is able to issue warnings. The Fish and Wildlife Service should issue warnings on Four Lokos.
Four Loko. If you're broke or cheap and you want to feel good about it,
how much was that?
Too cheap.
Too cheap? Yeah. Was it less than $4?
Yeah, it was $2.99. It was $2.99.
$2.99.
How much was it for? Yeah, for all 4 drinks we have here, it was $12.
Oh, you got 2?
Fuck yeah, we got 2, bro.
I didn't expect this to be going that well, so I bought an extra for backup.
Yeah?
Yeah, nobody ever says, they all say, I don't think ahead. But, even just a couple of hours ago, I bought 2 Four Locos. So, how's that for thinking ahead?
I'm so proud of you. So, your new venture right now is an art gallery. You were talking a little about that before. Tell us a little bit about it, because I know it's different than just a conventional art gallery. It's not just, some space you own where you just have a gallery and you have an artist and you have people coming in, buying paintings. I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a really cool idea. I was in the event business for 10 years. I ran my own event company. I was involved in a lot of high-profile red carpet events and stuff. And I did some art shows. And I recently started getting more and more into art shows, and what I realized is that I could partner with artists, and I could involve artists in promoting their own products by owning my own gallery that was exclusively online. And there's a lot of benefits to that. One of the benefits is, of course, that I don't have to pay for rent of an actual gallery space, which comes with electricity and all kinds of stuff like that. But the bigger one is that we are kind of a pop-up. We could exhibit our paintings at any gallery in the LA area. So in October, we're actually going to be launching our first 2-week exhibit at a gallery, Elek Gallery in Agora Hills. And
Agora Hills, man. Where is that?
It's past Calabasas. It's a
How
good
far from Malibu?
just over the hill. Just 10 minutes even. Yeah. It's right across. It's right up Canaan on the beach by the Canyon Club.
Oh, by the beach.
Yeah. Take get to the beach. It's kind of out of the way, but get there.
Yeah.
And then take Canaan Canyon.
Yeah.
To the Canyon Club actually, and you can go. And then my gallery is kind of attached there, and we'll be doing a 2-week exhibit there. And then we're actually talking to some other galleries.
So you do have a place.
Well, it's just for a short amount of time.
Yeah, so...
so you just run out of specific...
Right, so that's the point. The point of my gallery is that the brand Gallery Angelini is the brand of art show. So really what we're going for with this launch is that we can do shows anywhere in LA. They'll all be uniformly... of uniform quality. They'll all be very good shows featuring curated artists who are up and comers in the art industry, who are known names, whose paintings sell for thousands of dollars sometimes. But the gallery that's sponsoring the exhibit is not necessarily the same gallery that's hosting the exhibit. So I'm partners with Elek in Agora Hills, which is the name of the gallery in Agora Hills. But my gallery, Gallery Angelini, is the one that is producing the event, 2-week stint at the gallery, and basically curating the art show. So that's sort of what sets my company apart, is that we're an online gallery. You can go right now at galleryangelini.com and buy a painting. And if you want to see it, then you can go to one of our art shows that we're hosting around the town, around Los Angeles. We're actually called Gallery Angelini Los Angeles, and our acronym is GALA, which I really like too.
I love that. I think that's very genius marketing.
But so far that's been kind of the goal, and we've had some success in that area. But yeah, so that's kind of what I do, and that can be the end of my plug. Some other stuff.
Check that out.
We've talked about it.
Off the plug, and there it's off the plug. And now it's time for...
Gallery Angelini on Instagram.
If you want to follow him, go on Gallery Angelini on Instagram. That's at Gallery Angelini, ANGELINI.
Quick question. So
yeah, that's it.
What's the average price that most of these paintings go for?
So I have 2 resident artists right now. Sonia Levitin, who is just this amazing woman. She's a Holocaust survivor. She's a famous novelist. She's won the Edgar Allan Poe Award. Her paintings are actually steadily raising in price. The more I sell, the higher they get. And on average, her painting probably goes for over $1,000 each.
Oh, okay.
And then the other resident artist, and both of them are my good friends. They helped me start the business. They're the co-founders. Karen Lee Fisher, not Carrie Fisher, but Karen Fisher. She's an amazing artist as well. She's highly, highly accomplished. She's an art professor. And her paintings go for similar prices, actually a little bit more. They go for around $2,000 to $3,000 each. She paints a lot of landscapes and stuff like that, and Sonia paints a lot of expressionist, which is really cool. For both of them are perfect for interior designers. And actually on the site we also sell prints, and the prints go for around $300 each, and they're all signed and numbered, which is something that a lot of interior designers like. So yeah, that's cool too.
So what does it take to get onto one of your shows? Like, can anybody just go, hey, I have a painting, can I get on your show?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm really trying to avoid is the appearance of that. I'm trying not to make eBay for artists.
Right. Because there's eBay for that.
Yeah, because you could just sell on eBay. No, my goal is to run the gallery like it's an actual gallery, which it is. And we do have rotating exhibits. In a couple of months, I'll be premiering an exhibit from a Brazilian painter called Maria, and that's her full name. She's like Madonna. She just goes by Maria, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really sick.
But yeah, she's going to be premiering on the site. The channels that you would go if you're an artist who's interested in being exhibited on the site would be to just go to the site and submit the work through the channel that we have on that site.
And who chooses?
So I curate most of the shows myself, but both of my resident artists also have a say in who gets the show, and then we also take a look at we have consultants that help us pick who we accept. So it's like
everybody within the company goes, okay, we all agree this painting is like fantastic.
Yeah,
let's put it on.
We look at that. We look at whether we think that the price of the painting is going to go up, which is something that collectors are really interested in. That's going to be my next
question. Who determines the price? The artist or you?
Well, usually the artist determines the price at first to sell to me, unless it's commission only. Right. And then at that point, I would probably recommend a certain price, but I would never say, oh no, your prices are too high or their prices are too low. I might say they're too low and we should raise them, but... Mm-hmm.
So there's never a time where you're like, it's too high?
I try not to say that to the artist because they're usually pricing their paintings because they have previously sold for an amount similar to the amount that... And paintings, as soon as one painting sells for $3,000, that becomes how much the paintings are worth.
Right. So you want to try selling as high as possible.
Yeah, and there's if there's precedent, then definitely one painting sells for $3,000, it becomes a $3,000 painting because that's how much it is. And somebody's willing to buy, then that's how much it's worth.
Yeah.
So
you can say that about anything.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong or anything. I just think that's a funny concept. If something is worth, there's a price for anything that someone's willing to pay. If it's worth that,
right,
everyone will pay that. That's funny. Supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
So what got you? Why this profession now? Like I said before, you've done so many different things. Why now this?
My family was in the wine business for a long time, and I was in charge of doing all the events and all of the wine tastings, trade shows, like festivals, stuff like that. I ran a 22-person sales team, and I started to do other events that basically the whole event was geared towards selling wine, and I didn't care what happened with other things. I would curate an art show, but really the whole point of the art show wasn't to sell art, it was to sell wine and to get my wine out there. And then I actually started selling more paintings than I was selling at wine, and it was before I owned the gallery, so I was only getting an agent fee or a commission of like 10%. Mm-hmm. And I was actually making more doing that than I was with the selling of the wine. So it was a no-brainer for me to just switch and say, all right, let me sell some paintings. And then at that point, I became an actual agent. I became Sonia and Karen's agent, and I was selling their paintings. And then I said, well, I should start a gallery. And so I started looking at how to start a gallery and how to do that. Right. And I realized that it's one of the worst businesses that you can be in right now.
It's hard to make.
Yeah, it's first of all, you never get an investor to put up the money to start a good gallery. You know, if you want one in downtown LA where all of the galleries are, you'd need millions. Not only that, you'd need insurance and like security and like all the hidden fees that you don't even think about that are things that you don't even realize cost money, like toilet paper and stuff. Like, you've got to pay for that.
And you need expensive toilet paper.
Because, you know, you got rich people over there and they want to wipe their butts with some expensive stuff.
If you're not using at least 3-4 ply.
You ever realize that there's two different kinds of people in the world, you know? Like, I realized this when I first started shopping with my family when I was, like, a little kid, is that I would go into my dad would be like, oh, go get some toilet paper, we need toilet paper. And I'd run in and I'd get the cheapest stuff because you know what? It goes on my goddamn ass. And then I'd bring it out to the car and he would take one look at it and go, what is this cheap shit? This is going on my ass. I need the most expensive thing that there is. Come on. What are you getting the cheap stuff? It's going on my ass. That's the most important part of my entire body. So you get back in there and you get the most expensive 4-ply, 5-ply. I don't care what it takes. You ever realize that there's two different kinds of people? There's the people who say, why does it need to be expensive? It goes on my ass. And why is this cheap shit doing here? This is going on my ass. So there's two kinds of people in the world, and you know, I always thought I was the cheap kind, but I realized that in this business you got to be the 4 or 5 ply guy.
Yeah, you need to.
Well, from personal experience, I find that if you buy the 2-ply, you end up using twice as much toilet paper. So
right, you gotta double it up.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
It's 4-ply at that point.
Yeah, you might as well get the 4-ply.
Yeah, you know. Do they even... Is 4-ply really a thing? I don't know. I don't know.
I usually get 3-ply.
Usually I just steal it from hotel rooms. So.
Right, yeah, they usually have a good one.
I don't know what ply means. Anyone? I'm
sorry, I couldn't think of anything fast enough.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Which brings us
hit us up at Tough Tiger Fist and please explain to Nate what ply means.
Yeah, if you know what ply means, please let us know in the comments.
Can we do a giveaway? Can we give away a toilet paper?
Yeah, we'll give you a roll of toilet paper to the first 3 people.
I hear that people really like giveaways online.
I do.
Yeah, they do.
Elek does streaming here on Twitch.
I do. Follow me on my first and last name, Elek Batoczki.
How do you spell that?
It's alright, pen and paper. Wait a minute.
You got it? You get the pen? Oh, wait. Hold on. They're still looking for the pen.
Okay.
Quality content, guys.
You ready?
Yeah.
ELEK.
Oh, they're gonna spell it with a bunch of ELs.
EL.
Erase everything.
Yeah, start all over.
Erase everything.
All right, I'm gonna say this one.
Can we come up with a jingle?
EKBATOCZKI.
That actually was pretty complicated. I'm sure people actually did need to get a piece of paper.
You know, I'm not going to say it again. You're going to have to just rewatch the whole podcast.
Re-listen.
Yeah.
Or, don't watch a podcast yet.
You're right. We're not there yet.
It's 2018. Come on. Can't watch a podcast.
It's funny that podcast is something that's been around for so long, and it's just the coolest thing again. And I don't know if it's again. Maybe it's just now. I don't know when podcasts were like.
I had a podcast on my MySpace page, so take that to what you take that for whatever it's worth. But
it's not worth play a fuck ton.
it just means you're hip.
Yeah,
it's you've been doing it since before it was cool. I think.
And it's not even cool now, so
it's pretty cool. Oh, MySpace isn't.
Yeah.
Which brings us to
random comment gets. What are we doing? What's the giveaway?
The giveaway is for the first 3 people who give us the ply. Tell us what ply is.
They will get ply toilet paper. Mm-hmm. How many
in the
plies?
comments on YouTube. We'll do it there.
On YouTube? Well, this is a podcast.
No, but it's everywhere.
I guess we can do it.
You can't comment on a podcast on Apple Podcasts.
Can you do it on SoundCloud?
If this goes on YouTube, can we cut out my Holocaust joke at the beginning, or...
well, we're gonna put out. We can cut out the joke, but we can put you saying that. We're gonna put that
fine.
You saying
That's fine.
You telling us to cut it out. We'll cut it out.
Yeah,
we'll cut it out.
It's fine.
We need the evidence
people.
that you.
I think people deserve to know that I didn't make a Holocaust.
I agree.
I just don't think that they deserve to hear.
I think we all at least one time have made a Holocaust joke, even if it was like you were baking something.
Okay, the more we talk about this, the more
the more we're gonna have
thinking
to
of jokes. So like,
we need to think about where we're putting this.
Yeah, we can't. I've told you, dude. Apple Podcast, Anchor, YouTube, SoundCloud is a new one that I didn't think of, and you brought up right now. Spotify. Apple Music, right?
Tidal.
Tidal. Yeah, there's this app I use for my band. It's called DistroKid.
You want to plug your band?
Yeah, we're called Sneakers. We're an indie folk duo. Similar to other bands like Kimya Dawson and Paul Baraboo. If you've watched the Juno movie, Juno, we're also and our biggest influence is the Moldy Peaches. If you watched the movie Juno, you would know what we sound like. If you don't know any of these bands, you're not hip enough. Go to Urban Outfitters, get an outfit, and then
give us a call.
I don't know Urban Outfitters.
Give us a call.
Yeah, I like that.
Speaking of call, that brings us to our next segment. Calling Mr. Muscle.
Oh no! I hope it works.
We won't know if it'll work. It might not work.
We're calling who's Mr. Muscle.
So there's a man who walks around on Hollywood Boulevard all the time. I think he's been on the Kimmel Show as well. I might.
He actually does. If you watch the Woody Show in the morning on 98.7, he does the like that, and they end. I guarantee you, like people who watch that show will know what that is because they end every phone call with and that's like why he's famous. Like I guess because he's a Grauman's Chinese. Like he stands
Hollywood
out there on Hollywood Boulevard.
And he just takes pictures with people. He's a great guy.
He wears a cutoff, and the cutoff says Mr. Muscles.
And he's this huge, dark gentleman. Just screaming in the streets, and here we go. We're gonna try.
Well, the reason I have his number is because I used to work on Sunset Boulevard, and he would walk past my office every day on his way home. All right, let's call him.
This is interesting.
Oh, there's no service in here.
The answers. I'm gonna try. We literally don't. He might not answer, so don't get too excited, folks.
Oh no, I don't think he's gonna answer.
Yeah, once it hits the 3 ring.
Well, I mean, we can leave him a message.
We'll leave him a voicemail. See if he calls us back.
Yeah. It's a shame, really. He probably,
he's a busy guy.
Please leave your message for. Thank you for contacting Mr. Muscle, the Elite Bodyguard and Protection Services.
Elite Bodyguard and Protection.
I will contact you shortly.
Wait, is he a bodyguard?
You go for it.
Hi, Mr. Muscles. My name is Nate Adamsky from Tough Tiger Fist Podcast. We have you on the line for a segment now, but you're not available, apparently. If you want to get back to us, you can call us back at the number.
I just said that on the podcast. Yeah, can you cut that or bleep it?
Well, we'll do something.
We'll do something, but if you want to...
we'll do that in post.
Come on as a guest for Tough Tiger Fist Podcast. Let us know. Call us back at a
There's
number.
nobody tougher or more tiger fister than you, so... Oh, he's calling me back!
Oh, he's calling us back.
All right. Hi, is this Mr. Muscles?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Muscles, how's it going?
How you doing, sir?
It's Anthony Angelini. Do you remember me?
From where?
From Sunset Boulevard, from 6565 Sunset.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Well, I'm over here at the casino right now winning some cash, man. Finally.
Oh, man. I'm recording a podcast. I wanted to know if you wanted to do, like, a quick interview for my podcast.
Okay.
Okay, you want to ask?
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Muscles? How you doing, my man? You at the casino right now? You at the casino right now? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm at the casino right now. Put it down, man.
Damn.
You know?
What?
You know?
Yeah, Mr. Muscles. Mr. Muscles, why do you do what you do? Who are you doing it for? You've been on so many things. You've been all over. You're all over on Hollywood Boulevard, and you're on the Woody Show. Who do you do it for? Like, why do you do what you do? You influence a lot of people.
Well, it's always good to be the best you can be and be the best, that other people would like to see you be as well. Always good to do the best you can in whatever you can and be the best you can be.
I like that.
I'm there, and at least if you can't have the heart for it, then at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Muscles.
That's what it is, you gotta keep it real at all times and have a good time, enjoy life, man, and you understand that, this life is a gift, man, given to us by God Almighty, so, enjoy yourself on this planet. That's what you gotta do,
I love it.
I agree, Mr. Muscles. I love that you're spreading that love.
Huh?
I love that so much. Are you gonna win $1 million tonight or what?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right, well, we won't keep you. We won't keep you that long, but give me a call anytime you ever need anything.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man, definitely,
You know.
Hey, let's do it soon.
All right, let's do it, man. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for answering.
You're the man, Mr. Muscles. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
You know. All right,
I love
everyone.
that guy.
That was
really
Mr. Muscles himself. That was a great message, man.
Yeah,
I feel like I preach a lot of the same thing.
I mean, what did he say earlier? You got to be the best you can be.
Yeah, you got to be the best you can be, and that's in simplest terms.
You know, and I think, sometimes the best you can be is the best that you can be, and
I agree.
you can quote me on that, right?
Well, I'll quote you about, what about Mr. Muscles?
Right, you got to quote Mr. Muscles first, and then after that you
Mr. Muscles, TM, _ Anthony Angelini also.
Yeah, in Chicago format, it would be quoted in QTD, Mr. Muscles, Anthony Angelini.
Wow.
Yeah. So Anthony Angelini. So Mr. Muscles quoted in, and then Anthony Angelini.
That's Chicago style, you said?
That's Chicago manual, yeah.
Chicago manual.
It would be in a footnote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's an in-text citation, in which case it would be in the bibliography.
Right.
Or the works cited.
I was always just an MLA guy.
Yeah, I know.
I think the majority of people,
Schaefer, forever and ever. Schaefer only. That's my
totally random. Who loves block quotes, though?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Block
when you gotta fill that quota, the page quota, nothing beats a couple of block quotes. Let me tell you right now.
So if we have anybody in high school or middle school right now, I recommend block quotes.
You ever do you ever change the font size of your periods?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the trick right there. You can,
just the periods.
Control F, period. It highlights all the periods, and then you can change the font size from 12 to 14. You can double your page length. Literally, double your page length. Go from a 6 to a 12-page paper just by doing that.
So discreet.
Yeah, and it's so discreet. You'll never know. You know the difference between a 12 and a 14-point font on just a period of the sentence?
And if you do, you have serious OCD. Or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Maybe you're just an English teacher.
Well,
no, they don't know.
It's just English teachers have serious OCD.
The only good English teacher is Mrs. Kelsey.
Mrs. Kelsey was the best.
Mrs. Kelsey, everybody.
Those last couple were on Nate's stomach.
Nate's stomach, everybody.
All right, Adam. Can we keep doing that, or
I don't know.
What else is on the list?
Let's see. I have mini games here.
We're playing Mario Party?
We are playing Mario Party. Speaking of Mario Party,
that'd be so much fun if we just played Mario Party.
We should do it sometime.
I'd be down.
On Twitch.
On Twitch, yeah.
On your Twitch channel.
I'd be down.
Me, you, this
guy.
Sure,
whatever.
Playing Mario Party.
Mario Party? You a big Mario Party guy?
No, never been a big video game guy.
Me neither. But
I
do play Mario Party, and I do play Super Smash Bros.
I used to play Age of Empires 2.
Hey, that's
that was my one video game that I dedicated all my time. I actually still have it on Steam. I still play Age of Empires 2. I literally will still play that game, and I'm bad at it too. Like, I just realized because because I played it my whole kid life, you know.
My kid life.
My whole kid life. Some would say childhood. I would say kid life.
Kid life.
Because, you know.
Tomato.
There's
anyway,
Thug Life.
I thought I was so good at this game, and then
then you played with David Samuels, and then you're like, "What the?"
Actually, David Samuels showed me this game.
I don't doubt that.
We were kids because he was my best friend in elementary school.
And then you stole him.
And then I stole him.
Yeah. Anyway, so I downloaded it on Steam, and on Steam you can play with real people, and I am terrible. I didn't realize how bad I was until I started. There's strategy to it.
Yeah.
I had no idea. There's a strategy to the game. Yeah.
You have to know all the key bindings. You have to know everything.
Yeah. Dude, I'm building one house at a time, and I look over at the other camp, and the guy's got 30 houses, a castle, a huge army. I was like, whoa, dude, this is not how civilization works. Come on, dude. Slow down. Yeah, come on, dude. You don't just get a castle in your village. You gotta go through the freaking ages.
You gotta go through the steps.
Yeah.
It's me, Mario.
It's not Mario. It's Mario.
Oh my god. It's Mario.
It's not Mario. Yeah. It's Mario.
It's Mariosa. Not Mariosa. Welcome back, everybody.
We're introducing
Alright.
We're going to do a little segment. What do we call it?
We're calling it It's a Me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario.
Yeah.
Welcome to NPR. Our next segment is It's a Me, Mario.
This game is called It's a Me, Mario. We will be giving each other actors to impersonate, saying the line "It's a me, Mario," impersonating Mario himself. We're gonna start the game off with Elek.
That's me.
We're gonna randomly select an actor. We actually did this earlier today at a restaurant. We got sushi. We thought it was so funny that we had to have it on the show.
We were laughing so hard we almost got kicked out of the restaurant.
Yeah, it was insane. But they loved it.
Yeah, though.
No, they loved the tip that we gave.
That's true.
The tip was the performance. Right? In many ways,
entertainment. It was free. It was free entertainment.
Your Arnold Schwarzenegger impression was a tip in itself.
Speaking of which, that is your first suggestion. Elek, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mario.
I'm warming up.
Okay, you gotta warm up.
Mario, I gotta get me a Mario. It's a me, Mario.
It's a me. So the thing with
Arnold Schwarzenegger has a hairball.
No, I mean the thing with that the audience should know is that for doing impressions, a lot of people have trigger words.
Oh yeah.
That they have to say before they can get into the impression.
They have to get triggered first.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, mine was.
Yours is. It's me, Mario. Get to the chopper.
Get to the princess.
Get to the princess.
Get to the castle and defeat Bowser. We need to kill Bowser and beat the level.
Beat the level. No, that didn't. That was.
What was that?
Who's your princess? What does she do?
Who's your princess and what does he do?
It's not a princess.
It's not a princess.
It's the wrong castle.
Oh my god.
It's not a mushroom.
It's not a mushroom now. Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, Nate, you want to go next?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
You do Scooby.
Yeah.
I want to hear you do a good Scooby Mario impression.
Let me do my lead in.
Reggie! It's me, Mario! Mario! We need to get the princess! Like Scoops! Like Scoop! We need to get the princess! I don't want to get the princess! Will you do it for a mushroom? Will you do it for a Yoshi snack?
What is a Yoshi snack?
What's a Scooby snack?
I don't know.
I always wanted them.
Me
because
too.
On the show that you can eat them as a human. So I was like,
I saw Shaggy do
it's
it.
way better than a fun bone or whatever. Those things are
There's
called.
no fun in a fun bone.
Yeah, because you can't eat them. Because humans can't eat them. So if humans can't eat them,
sure, is it in a milk bone?
Funny bone?
Fun milk.
I don't know what they're called.
It's just plastic.
Yeah. Trombone.
Zombone.
Something bone.
Zambone.
Bones. That's the word.
Bones.
They eat bones.
Bones.
Just bones.
It's a bone.
It's an okay show.
Yeah. All right. Anthony, your next suggestion.
Oh, God.
I love this for you. You're Michael Caine.
Oh, no.
Michael Caine doing It's a Me.
It's a Me, Mario. All right. She was only 16 years old. There's 3 parts to a magic trick. It's a me, Mario. I am Master Wayne. It's a me, Mario. It's a me.
Your name is Alfred. Where's Alfred? Where's the princess?
Where's Peach?
Holy goat nipples, Mario!
Where are the mushrooms?
Yeah, right, Master Wayne. There's a bunch of people in here.
Where are the other mushrooms?
There's mushrooms all over.
This is the Mushroom Kingdom.
She took the peach, and you're not gonna get it back.
The only thing I'm gonna get from you is justice.
Oh no, Mario! We need Bowser repellent. Oh my god!
Well, it's me, Adam West, and we are gonna get that repellent.
Me, Burt Ward, and
Are those the ones you can do? Adam West and Burt Ward?
Yep, those are the only Batman and Robin impressions we can do. My Burt Ward is just...
I'm Burt Reynolds, and I am Batman.
What is that? Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anthony, can you do... Oh, jeez. Oh, you just went.
What do you want to do on? You want to do another cartoon?
Can you do Keith David?
No, I cannot.
Where is the Mario? We gotta find Mario. I am Mario.
No idea what that impression was.
I am Mario.
Was that a good impression? Like,
I don't know
who Keith David is.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't either.
Not that great. But, you should
if you wanted to do the Keith David, then you should have like maybe mentioned that when we were talking about the ones
at the restaurant.
Yeah. It wasn't like that good.
Oh,
it was okay.
All right, Nate. You can do Yogi Bear.
Hey, Luigi. I wanna get a mushroom snack. It's a me, Mario. It's a me.
How about a mushroom snack? Okay, Mario. Okay, Mario. That sounds like Stallone too.
It's me, Mario.
Hey, boo.
Luigi! Instead of Adrian. Luigi!
It's a me, Mario.
That's pretty good.
And just don't want to get to the castle, and do whatever it takes.
Marlon Brando?
Luck being a lady tonight. I can do young Marlon Brando.
Come to me.
Yeah.
The Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, everybody here is
you don't have
stroking their face like
you
this.
Don't have the tenacity to call me the Mario. To me.
But I mean, we just gotta get him.
You come to me in times like this, and you ask me to get Mario, and it's me, Mario.
But please, God, Mario.
How dare you treat me with such disrespect?
I don't mean no disrespect.
You think you're
translating? What's going on?
Bonus.
Oh my god.
It's me, Mario.
There'll come a time when you need a mushroom.
There will come a day, and this day may never come, that you'll call on me to perform a favor. And when that day comes, it's a me. Mario.
Oh my god.
We try. We do our best out here.
We have fun here.
Yeah.
If you've had a good time, comment below. Say I had a good time.
It's a lot of work.
Say I had a good time. Letter for letter. I-H.
Yeah, they know how to spell it. Yeah,
you're right.
All right, you want to do another one? Well, who do you know how to do it?
I don't know. Me?
Yoda.
Time is good.
I thought you were doing Scooby again.
No, yeah. I think. Do or not. There is only try. No, there's no try. What the fuck? Am I right? I can't do it. I'm drunk.
Yeah, baby, yeah. That's a meme.
What is that?
That was Austin Powers. Nobody has done Austin Powers in like 10 years. I definitely think that was admirable just to go for the Austin Powers.
Groovy, baby. Shag now or shag later.
It's a me, but that's Borat.
Yeshimash, it's a me,
yeah.
It's a me.
Very nice. It's a me.
Very nice.
Borat and Austin Powers.
It's a very nice kingdom.
Anymore,
how much?
Yeah. What are dated like?
It is me, Mario, not. It is not Mario.
Oh my god! Got him.
Got him.
Oh god! Is this a Koopa in a shell?
No, it's Dr. Seuss. Yeah, it's Cat in the Hat. Is this a cat in the hat? No, it's a tortoise in a shell.
I think that we should bring back quoting Austin Powers and Borat.
Yeah, what are some outdated things that don't last forever that we should start re-quoting? Like,
yeah. Well, I'm super into YOLO. I've always been into YOLO.
Forever YOLO.
I'm forever YOLO because, the thing about YOLO is that YOLO.
That's true.
So you might as well YOLO as much as you can.
Yeah,
YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO.
Yeah. It's a me.
It's a me, Mario.
It's me, Mario.
Hey.
You know me.
Hey.
I mean, come on.
It's your friendly neighborhood Mario.
You know me. You've been playing this game already. Like, come on.
Mario 64, Super Mario Brothers.
I shouldn't have to introduce myself at
Yoshi's
this point.
Island. You know who I am.
That would be a John Malkovich thing to say.
Oh my god.
John Malkovich.
You already know who's playing the game, okay? It's me, Mario. That's John Malkovich. Why do I have to introduce myself now at this point?
I love it.
Are you still playing the game?
No, I think this is it.
We're done playing the game?
We're done playing the game!
Seinfeld. Who's the Seinfeld? You're the Seinfeld guy. Give us a Seinfeld.
Done! I'm playing the game! It's over!
So you know how to tank the reservation. You just don't know how to hold the reservation.
It's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario. Wait, that's not even that good. Wait. The reservation thing is good, but that's the only thing I know how to say. It's me, Mario.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to tell you who I am, and you won't listen. It's me, Mario. Do you like jazz?
Do you like jazz?
B-movie quotes.
Who's good at Adam Sandler? Anybody?
That's something you should have told me yesterday! That's like only Adam Sandler just yelling.
Why didn't you guys really rock? Mario! That could have also been Jack Black a little bit. You guys really rock out there. Why didn't anyone tell me? It's a me, Mario! Or you were doing a good Jack Black from Nacho Libre.
Luigi.
I need to butter some sweats.
I need to butter some sweats.
Are you leaving us?
No, Luigi. I need to butter some sweats. I need to butter some sweats.
Some overalls.
I need to buy some red overalls. I need to...
Red.
Who's that character?
Red.
It's a me, Mario. It's just Dracula. It's a me, Mario.
How many Mario? 6 Mario.
Cookie Monster loves a Mario.
This is too much.
It's me, Elmo.
That's a pretty okay Elmo.
It's me, Mario.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. You can do Mickey Mouse too, probably. Do you want to try Mickey Mouse?
Oh, yeah, I can do Mario. It's me, Mario.
Oh, it's me, Mario. See you real soon.
Sorry, Goofy.
Gorse, Mickey.
That was good.
It's me, Mario. Alright, guys. That has been Tough Tiger Fan!
Tough Tiger
First episode!
This is it!
First episode!